Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths. That's a shame. Tossball's just about the only good news we get around here. When our frequency's not too clogged up anyway. So, what can I do for you? Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda. Like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little... Who's your lucky Oh, it's none of my business. But I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't. I'm afraid it'll be the better part of a month. Believe me, Doc... Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. The one upstairs, where we store our medicines. In the town... Do we... Chin up.
Help! Someone's been... I think I'm gonna be sick. No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need...
What do you think you're doing? Nice doing business with you. You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
What a gruesome way to die.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy. I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that spaceship is flown. Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then? Nothing, that's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me. Even talking about it has my blood pressure up. I've really gotta stop. Lucky you. What do you think you're doing? Thanks for the bits, friend.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from... What can I get you? All sales...
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being... Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid. Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pool. Please, won't you go and find my boy? He's been pining for an adventure. I warned him. A rapt... He should have... He's... That'll... Or the... Oh... Those... Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls. I've got some bits saved up. Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. And if you...
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review?
No.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. But if you're here for him... Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that... Surviving alone isn't as easy. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide...
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI...
On our terms.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That...
Indeed not. No word...
And if our advertising scheme...
The plan... Not long. And the salient detail here, if you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most
and you'll have a powerful
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. In the old arms building. Saying... That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but... Good enough. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete... What can I do? Then it's good that I keep... I've asked myself the same... Not intentionally. For many years... Really? I always thought that...
Here, though, the results...
And as the other corporate... That's...
And how did that work?
That's... We... It's humane. But it's all... Anyway, creating... No. Yes, I moved yet not... I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their... I do think there's something you... What can I do for you? A fine day for business, anyway. I see. And was his delivery of... Well, that's... What else can I do for you? Then it's good that I... Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
A necessary evil for the greater good of society.
That's exactly how the board describes it. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
I will admit, I am keen to meet their leader.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Graham has a habit of ruining everything, and everyone around him. I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels, and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
What can I do for you? Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. What can I do for you?
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries. What can I do for you today? Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower... Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like... Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate... You think that's what I'm looking for? Sorry.
Why don't you grab a chair? Got an... Well, I'll be a Raptidon. As agreed, here's your compensation. Ain't a lot, but I hope... Now me...
Ah, the charmer. Oh. More or less dangerous than a steady supply of... Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the... A few more of us...
As long as you've got my back, I'll have yours.
Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use... Hey, it ain't easy for me to spill my guts like a cut-up rat, all right? I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their... But this, what I'm... Really? I used to... I haven't seen... First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. A long time ago, we built... If we... Thanks, Cap.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I'm getting real bad fight or flight right now. Watch your step. People ain't this...
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels.
That's the spirit. Now... Excellent. You've arrived at... Please, make yourself...
Something ain't right about...
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner? Are you sure? Because someone came for dinner yesterday. Or a week ago. Wasn't that...
You got a funny way of putting things. But it feels like there's this fog. That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat.
Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner. I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the light.
Only...
The Eternal does not desire that we huddle. Just that your presence here is a gift to us, and one that we... Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going... I hope you favor ketchup and woolly cheddar. We have to make do with what we can find.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to... You know, the ones that come... They don't taste very good, but they make me feel... That's... There was this other man who used to bring them. He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got... They went to have a talk with him. Mama and Papa said he came from the city when we got sick one time, and they worked. Oh.
Way she said that reminded me of a rat licking its chops. Be careful.
Hey, what are you doing in my room? Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you? The ones that come in a bottle.
I thought I'd seen the worst of humanity before.
They sulfur-sodden assholes. Ain't enough that the raps eat everyone? Now people are doing it too?
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been...
Quickly, my dear. He's getting agitated. We can't let the meat spoil.
Don't worry. We'll make this quick.
They didn't deserve to die so clean.
Yes.
They were coming real close to eating me. I'm Lenora. What are you doing out here? Not that I'm complaining, but I figure only marauders and animals roam around. Well, shit, today's your lucky day, I guess. Thanks for the help. I've got to pick up some things from the bay, but I run a little stand near Fallbrook. Next time you need supplies, stop by, you hear?
Hey, over here.
Well, I'll be. You lost too, son?
Name's Elroy. Elroy Booth. Pleased to meet you. I've been out and about, making deliveries for the Fallbrook folks, and I seem to have gotten myself turned around. Oh, sure. I'll get on out of here soon after you do. If it's all the same to you, I'll wait till you're nice and out of sight before heading back. Can't be too careful after all.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed. How'd you get past my traps anyway? Just remember, I still got bullets, in case you get any funny ideas. What are you doing out here anyway? That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my last Spratwurst an hour ago. Cave like this makes a handy place to store goods or hide out for a spell. And the traps usually keep gawkers out. Catherine had us making drops for some big-shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or were. The whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity and whereabouts a secret. Yeah. I guess the Marauders noticed because they were waiting for us. Blew the bridge and took off with the goods. Sounds right. If you got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you for your trouble. Me? I'm headed back to Fallbrook, just as soon as I've caught my breath.
We're only halfway to them.
Oh, hey there. Thanks again for getting me away from those marauders. You want to buy something? No, don't be absurd. I'm based out of Stellar Bay, but I cater to our more, trailblazing clientele. Hey, life's too short to be worried about danger this and careful that. Oh, it's nothing out of the ordinary, really. I was on my way to Fallbrook and got jumped by insane, bloodthirsty cannibals. It happens.
square. A word, if I may be so bold? Well now, here I thought those mantisaurs had peacefully exited the premises. But you're a simpler explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while, I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two?